right now on 15 News Now.
Will there be any thunderstorms for your Wednesday? I'll let you know.
Students can now enroll in public safety courses at NFCC. Also, the royal baby has made his arrival. And plus, we have an amazing survival story to tell you. 15 News Now starts right now.
Coverage you can count on. 15 News Now starts now.
The Public Safety Academy at North Florida Community College is now accepting students for its law enforcement recruit, correctional basic recruit, and crossover programs. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Fred Dawkins. Our top story now on 15 News Now. Director of Public Safety Rick Davis says students interested will need to take the Florida Criminal Justice Basic Abilities Test.
For our law enforcement and corrections recruits, they would need to take and pass a basic abilities test, and that test is offered here at North Florida Community College at our testing center.
New classes are set to begin on August the 12th. Those interested in enrolling are encouraged to contact the Public Safety Academy now. For more information, visit our website, WSFD15.com. A key national security debate kicked off in Congress on Tuesday. The House began work on a $600 billion defense spending bill. Two sticking points are limits to surveillance programs and the push to support Syrian rebels. Tea Party conservatives and liberal Democrats have joined forces in an unusual coalition. They're insisting changes in the National Security Agency collecting phone records of millions of Americans. They've also joined forces to gather amendments barring the White House from arming the Syrian rebels without congressional approval. A federal judge has temporarily stopped the new North Dakota law that bans abortions when the fetal heartbeat is detected. The measure would outlaw abortions as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy and before some women know they're pregnant. U.S. District Judge Daniel O'Haven granted that injunction on Monday. It prevents the law from taking effect August the 1st. He called the law clearly invalid and unconstitutional. A boat with 2 occupants capsized Monday morning in the Apalachicola Bay. 1 woman and 1 man were on the boat, both in their early 20s. The woman was recovered, however, the man is still missing. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission and the Sheriff's Office dive team have been searching for the victim. As of right now, we don't have the names of the persons involved, and we are not sure if the boat capsized due to bad weather. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you any new details on WSFD15.com and 15 News Now. Well, Dustin Kopp is standing by here in the studios. Dustin, what's our weather look like?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. We're going to continue to see those showers and thunderstorms off and on throughout the evening hours. The temperature about 83 degrees at 7 p.m., but dropping off into the 70s by 9 p.m., about 78 degrees and 76 by midnight. Will we continue to see these temperatures drop, or will we start to see them rise again for your Wednesday? I'll get you all the details coming up later in your Storm Tracker weather forecast. Fred?
When we come back on 15 News Now, the royal baby has made his arrival. That story coming up only on 15 News Now.
I needed coverage that I could afford, so I called ICANN.
When I lost my job, I needed health benefits from my family, so I called ICANN.
With my history, I couldn't get health insurance, so I called ICANN.
Going without health insurance? One call can change it all. Rates too high? You've been turned down, or just need to save money. ICANN has plans to meet your needs, no matter your income. We have plans that include coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital stays, surgery, emergency room visits, and the list goes on. But wait, there's more. ICANN has programs that connect you with licensed doctors round the clock from wherever you are. And as a special bonus, if you call right now, we'll send you a no-cost, no-obligation Humana prescription drug savings card just for calling.
That's a savings of up to 50% off your prescriptions at 54,000 participating pharmacies nationwide.
You're watching 15 News Now with Fred Dawkins and Dustin Kopp. 15 News Now continues.
Great Britain and supporters around the world have been celebrating the arrival of the royal baby. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge welcomed their new son Monday afternoon. Now the world waits on the news of the future king. Charlene Israel has more.
We welcome with humble duty a future king.
The royal baby has arrived. A healthy baby boy weighing in at 8 pounds 6 ounces.
It's a wonderful moment for a warm and loving couple who got a brand new baby boy.
Keeping with tradition, the baby announcement was posted on an easel outside Buckingham Palace. But in a sign of the new century the royal baby has been born into, the announcement was made to the world first through an email to the press and social media networks like Twitter. In a brief statement, Prince William said he and Kate couldn't be happier. Celebrations erupted immediately. Famous London landmarks announced the news and fountains turned blue, as did Niagara Falls.
I just got in time to burst my bubbles and raise a toast to the new prince.
British papers reflected the national mood, this one announcing the regal has landed, and the Sun temporarily changing the spelling of their title in honor of the new prince. Today, the new family reenacts the scene from 31 years ago when Prince William himself was presented to the world. Meanwhile, English bookies have been betting on the baby's name for months, but now they say there's something new to bet on.
People are betting on everything. I think our most interesting market at the moment is the baby's first word. You can get Dada or Mama, they're the favourites, but Your Majesty at 50 to 1 might be worth a pound.
William and Kate will bring their newborn son home to Kensington Palace, and later this week he will meet his great-grandmother, the Queen. The baby is the third in line to the throne.
President Barack Obama joined world leaders in welcoming the birth of the royal baby. In a written statement, he said, quote, "We wish them all the happiness and blessings parenthood brings." The Taylor County Board of County Commissioners will meet Wednesday at 9 a.m. for their next budget workshop. Several items are on the agenda. The meeting will be held at the Administrative Complex at 201 East Green Street in Perry. Authorities say they're searching for 2 gunmen after an Orlando police officer was shot during a traffic stop. The shooting happened early Tuesday after the officer stopped a vehicle that was driving recklessly. Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gallerani says an inmate killed in his cell shouldn't have been housed with the man now accused of choking him. The sheriff says the error was found during the investigation into the death of 48-year-old Kelly Harding on Sunday in the Pinellas County Jail. Up next on 15 News Now, we'll have an amazing survival story to tell you. We'll be right back.
Health Insurance Update.
This just in for all uninsured Americans with or without pre-existing conditions. The recent health care bill will not take effect until at least 2014, leaving families and individuals lacking health insurance with no immediate solution to their concerns. Meanwhile, medical problems continue to be the #1 cause of bankruptcies. Here's the good news. A health insurance hotline has been established to provide affordable health insurance for all uninsured Americans, and yes, uninsured Americans with pre-existing conditions. Call the number on your screen now, and in less than 10 minutes, you could receive a choice of affordable plans from the Hotline Network. This is not a discount card. You will have access to doctors, hospitals, dental care, infant care, and emergency services. Call the Health Insurance Hotline now and get you and your family covered today.
Call 800-794-0825. That's 800-794-0825. Call now.
A Maryland woman is speaking out about her miraculous survival after an 18-wheeler smashed into her car and plunged it into the Chesapeake Bay. It was a devastating car crash and a terrifying plunge. The oversized truck slammed into the back of Morgan Lake's 2007 Chrysler Sebring and pushed it over into the Chesapeake Bridge into the water 40 feet below. Amazingly, she's the one telling the story. She said God gave her the strength to stay alive.
Car explode with glass everywhere and airbags coming at me full force.
The 22-year-old was able to reach down and unbuckle her seatbelt. She then pushed through her already broken car window and swam to the surface, bleeding. Lake was able to reach a pile of rocks to wait for rescuers.
I felt my whole left side not working. It was in a lot of pain. And I managed to use my right side to shimmy my way up onto the rocks as much as I could. And then I heard somebody yell, "Stay there, help is coming."
The survivor was flown to the Maryland Shock Trauma Center in Baltimore. Her only injuries were a sprained ankle and some bumps and bruises.
I'm just blessed to be here. Blessed to get a second chance at life.
Blake went on to say that with God, anybody can be their own Superman or Superwoman. Federal investigators are expected to make new school bus safety recommendations based on fatal accidents in New Jersey and Florida last year. The National Transportation Safety Board met Tuesday to consider a report on the probable cause of an accident in Chesterfield, New Jersey. The board is also expected to consider findings from a previously concluded investigation of a crash in Port St. Lucie.
I have your latest Storm Tracker weather forecast coming up. We'll be right back.
Mom? 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 Oh.
This mom was lucky that her daughter happened to stop by. Can your mom or dad reach a phone in such an emergency? The solution is Life Alert. Life Alert saves a life from a catastrophe every 11 minutes.
Linda, thank you for finding Life Alert for me. I feel much safer having it.
Whenever my mother needed help, Life Alert was there.
Because of Life Alert, my mother's life was saved.
Life Alert definitely saved my mother-in-law's life that day. There's no doubt about it.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-821-5206. That's 1-800-821-5206. Call now, 1-800-821-5206. For a free brochure, call 1-800-821-5206. 1-800-821-5206.
Here is your Storm Tracker forecast.
And welcome back. Right now we have cloudy sky and 86 degrees, and it feels like 92 out there, so it's definitely a warm feel out there right now. 72 is our current dew point with 62% humidity and that southwest wind at 10 miles per hour. Throughout the area and throughout the Big Bend and portions of the state of Florida, we're going to continue to see those thunderstorms. Some could be heavy at times, and those temperatures still hovering around that 90-degree mark, so definitely on the hot side. Here's what your forecast looks like on your Wednesday. Like I said, showers and thunderstorms across the area, heavy showers and thunderstorms further south we go, but we will continue to see those showers and thunderstorms for the next several days at least. Here's what our forecast looks like if you're heading out and about this evening. Showers and thunderstorms likely. Temperatures in the low 80s at 7 p.m. By 9 p.m., 78 degrees, 76 by midnight. Lows tonight, still on the warm side, but low 72 with isolated thunderstorms, west wind 5 to 10. For tomorrow, we'll see that isolated chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning, increasing throughout the day on your Wednesday. 90 degrees for your daytime high, west wind 5 to 10. And looking at the big 7-day forecast, continuing to see those showers and thunderstorms on your Thursday. 90 degrees also on Friday and Saturday. Sunday, 88 and thunderstorms and scattered thunderstorms of nature. Monday and Tuesday, 82 on Monday, 84 on Tuesday. Don't forget, you can get the latest weather information at our website, WSFD15.com. Fred, back to you.
Still to come on 15 News now, the long-term effects of a bad night's sleep. We'll show you what doctors are finding in the lab, coming up next in Your Health.
I'm Stacey Johnson. Are you paying to download books? How about your music or your movies? You know you could probably get this stuff free. I'll show you how just ahead on Money Talks News.
I can't travel. I can't sit for very long. I can't stand for very long. I can't sleep. It's difficult to find any joy. It's unbelievable how just a few months of taking Nopalea, how it's changed my life, how much better I feel. You just get a total appreciation, new appreciation for life that I haven't had in so long.
With over 8 million bottles of Nopalea sold, we know it will work for you. Pick up the phone and call now. Learn how to get your 32-ounce bottle of Nopalea free. You'll also receive the Secret Killer Special Report that talks about the dangers associated with inflammation and an audio CD that explains the science behind the Nopal Superfruit.
I just know it worked. And it helped me, and it'll help you too.
Get on the road to wellness now.
I needed coverage that I could afford, so I called ICANN.
When I lost my job, I needed health benefits from my family, so I called ICANN.
With my history, I couldn't get health insurance, so I called ICANN.
Going without health insurance? One call can change it all. Rates too high? You've been turned down, or just need to save money. ICANN has plans to meet your needs, no matter your income. We have plans that include coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital stays, surgery, emergency room visits, and the list goes on. But wait, there's more. ICANN has programs that connect you with licensed doctors round the clock from wherever you are. And as a special bonus, if you call right now, we'll send you a no-cost, no-obligation Humana prescription drug savings card just for calling.
That's a savings of up to 50% off your prescriptions at 54,000 participating pharmacies nationwide.
So don't wait. Call ICANN right now.
It's estimated more than 12 million Americans have sleep apnea. And if you're one of them, you could be at risk for high blood pressure, heart disease, and even stroke. But you know you may not have the risks you face. Doctors say many people with sleep apnea also suffer from depression. And now they know one of these reasons why. With details, here's Clark Powell.
After years of struggling with the symptoms of sleep apnea, Jack Chapman says using a CPAP machine has changed his life overnight.
A complete difference in how you feel all day. You wake up refreshed.
While this machine may have helped Jack with his physical symptoms, a new study is shedding light on the psychological symptoms of sleep apnea.
In patients with obstructive sleep apnea, there is a very high incidence of having depression.
Dr. Ulysses McGowling is a sleep expert at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. He says half of all patients with obstructive sleep apnea also have depression. And now, as subtle as it may seem, they may have found one of the reasons.
Light at night, even low levels of light, may actually suppress the secretion of melatonin.
And in lab experiments with mice, that led to depression and anxiety. Rooms like this may seem fit for sleep, but there are several problems. TVs can cause significant sleep disruption, and even when they're off, lights from control boxes can cause problems. So can alarm clocks. Even though the experiments were done in mice, researchers say the evidence is compelling enough to prompt changes in humans.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it would be better if you can sleep in a darkened environment and avoid even low levels of light.
Jack says his sleep apnea hasn't caused depression, but he appreciates the fact that researchers are shedding new light on how important it might be to sleep in the dark. At Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center, this is Clark Powell reporting.
Researchers say the emotional differences in mice that slept in dimly lit rooms versus those that didn't were significant, and they hope to begin human experiments soon. They say light at night is a relatively new problem in human existence, and thanks to our constant use of electronics, it has gotten much worse over the last decade. Our taxes fund a lot of things in the community, but some people are missing out and actually paying for things they don't have. Money expert Stacy Johnson explains.
Paying for something twice doesn't make much sense, but that's exactly what you're doing when you buy things your taxes have already paid for. Example, everything at the library. Do you pay to download music? My library gives me 5 free downloads every single week. And that's just the beginning. Don't ever pay for an ebook without checking your library first. Some even offer an e-reader. You can also bypass paywalls and gain access to otherwise expensive online magazines or newspapers. You can even get some movies free. Uno, dos. Did you know that you can even learn a language at your library? Not just online, but even in-person classes. Now that's fantastico. You can get free Wi-Fi at most libraries, as well as the use of a computer, printer, and sometimes even a wireless laptop. Some libraries offer assistance with job searching and homework too. And finally, activities. Yoga, meditation, dance, or other classes are often available cheap or free. Now, not all libraries have the same thing. You should contact yours and see what they have. But some of them are just out of this world. So do yourself a favor, get yourself a free card, check out your local library, and stop paying for stuff you've already bought. Want more information? Just go to moneytalksnews.com and do a search for library. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
As Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, WSFD15.com. Click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu.
Mom! Mom?
This mom was lucky that her daughter happened to stop by. Can your mom or dad reach a phone in such an emergency? The solution is Life Alert. Life Alert saves a life from a catastrophe every 11 minutes.
Linda, thank you for finding Life Alert for me. I feel much safer having it.
Whenever my mother needed help, Life Alert was there.
Because of Life Alert, my mother's life was saved.
Life Alert definitely saved my mother-in-law's life that day. There's no doubt about it.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-821-5206. That's 1-800-821-5206. Call now, 1-800-821-5206. For a free brochure, call 1-800-821-5206. 1-800-821-5206.
I needed coverage that I could afford, so I called ICANN.
When I lost my job, I needed health benefits from my family. So I called ICANN.
With my history, I couldn't get health insurance, so I called ICANN.
Going without health insurance? One call can change it all. Rates too high? You've been turned down, or just need to save money. ICANN has plans to meet your needs, no matter your income. We have plans that include coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital stays, surgery, emergency room visits, and the list goes on. But wait, there's more. ICANN has programs that connect you with licensed doctors round the clock from wherever you are. And as a special bonus, if you call right now, we'll send you a no-cost, no-obligation Humana prescription drug savings card just for calling.
That's a savings of up to 50% off your prescriptions at 54,000 participating pharmacies nationwide.
So don't wait. Call ICANN right now.
This is Sports Zone.
Tom Kohler tossed 7 strong innings, Ed Lucas homered, and the Miami Marlins scored for the first time in 4 games in a 3-1 win over the Colorado Rockies on Monday night. Giancarlo Stanton reached base 3 times, and Steve Kashek notched for his 18th save for Miami, which snapped a 4-game losing streak. Troy Tulowitzki hit his 17th home run, and DJ LeMahieu had 3 hits for the Rockies. The Marlins' scoring drought reached a franchise record 37 innings after suffering a 3-game sweep at Milwaukee over the weekend. Matt Moore pitched a 2-hitter for the first career shutout, and the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Boston Red Sox 3-0 on Monday night to move within a half a game of first place in the American League East. Ben Zobrist had 3 hits, and James Loney drove in 2 runs for the Rays, who earned their 6th consecutive victory and won for the 18th time in 20 games. The Jacksonville Jaguars are carrying 4 quarterbacks in a training camp. The Jaguars waived rookie quarterback Jordan Rodgers on Monday, parting ways with the former Vanderbilt starter 4 days before training camp. The move leaves Jacksonville with 4 quarterbacks for camp: Blaine Gabbert, Chad Henne, Matt Kafka, and rookie Matt Scott. Rodgers, the youngest brother of the Green Bay star Aaron Rodgers, missed most of the offseason workouts following surgery to repair a sports hernia, and that's the day in sports.
Folks, that does it for 15 News Now. Thanks for joining me and Dustin. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Until then, God bless everyone.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com.